Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday. So, if you are not in class today, just a couple quick things. The Padlet intro we just did for fun to review, just as a starting activity. If you want to post, you can. Please make sure it needs to be school appropriate and should include your name. You can check out what some other people have written. Then we're also going to really quick vote on a Spirit Day thing. So if you can vote on this, it's just pictures of teachers last week that dressed up for Workout Wednesday, and you're picking which one you want. And then here's what you're actually doing today, the microscope's introduction. So if you missed class today, first thing, make sure you turn in yesterday's homework where you had to summarize the article that you read. Make sure that's turned in from yesterday. Okay. So yesterday was the reflection, right? You had to turn in the part where the reading summary was, right? And read the article. So make sure you turn that in. Okay. And then today we're going to be talking about microscopes because we've talked about what living things need. And we said that living things need certain things, right? When we take a look at what living things need, where am I finding it here? There we go. Living things need or are made of cells. They use and need energy, so they need some kind of food, right, or source of getting some kind of energy. They adapt or move to their surroundings. They react to any changes. They reproduce. They grow and develop, and then unfortunately they die. So those are the characteristics of living things. So if we look at something, for example, like fire, we would say that all fire looks like it might react to changes and grow and develop. It doesn't really, it's something that's not made of cells. And so fire is not alive. Clouds are not alive. But things like bears or bees or us, we can do all of these things, so we are alive. So, one of the coolest things about being able to tell whether something is alive or not is looking at these characteristics, but also going to the smallest part of them, which is called the cells. And everything that's alive is made up of cells. It could be made up of one cell or multiple cells. So, we're going to focus on that this unit. And one of the things that we're going to use to focus on cells is a microscope. And so, today, what we're going to start is work with microscopes. And we're going to do that by learning the parts first. So let's go back to Google Classroom and let me show you what you're going to do. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is open up this parts of a microscope. And you should get to a document that looks like this. Give it a second to open and it'll point to every part of the microscope. Okay, and takes you through what it does. So you want to have that open, but then at the same time, you want to open the Google Slides. So I'm going to open up the Google Slides. And here's basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through the parts of the microscope. So I'm going to start with the first slide. Notice how there's a red arrow and it's pointing to this arrow. So I need to find on the presentation, what's the name of that part and what's the purpose? So I'm going to go back to this and it's in order, so it's really convenient. That's the red part that it's pointing to. It's called the arm. Okay, and it says it's on the side of the microscope and is used to support when carried. So that's what I'm going to type in to my microscope. I'm going to type in that part is called the arm. And then in my own words, I can say used for support when I carry the microscope. Okay, so I'm going to do that for each part. I'm going to use that separate document to look up the part and figure out what it's called and then what the purpose is. And I'm going to do that for several parts. So as you go through, you're going to see all the colors correspond to the parts. We are going to be working on this in stations. So actually, we're working on it today and tomorrow. So I would recommend maybe doing 4 or 5 today, and then you can do the rest tomorrow. Okay, any questions, please don't hesitate to email me. But when you are done with this activity, turn it in and you are done. Okay, have a great day.